Welcome back everyone to another Talon Tea video. Today I'm bringing you a Crimson Lotus tea. This one is 2014 Yiwu Iron Forged, a Shou pu'er tea. So, showing you the website, it is sold out. I believe a full 250 gram brick goes for $40.49 from US inventory. I'm not sure of the other prices or even the price of the sample because once it's sold out, it doesn't show prices anymore. So yeah, that's what we're stuck with. I just happened to see on Google, you could still kind of see the U.S. inventory price for a full brick, which is $40.49. So forged deep in the forest mountains of Yiwu, this tea brews mellow and smooth with a potent warming energy that lights a fire in your belly. This tea is perfect for cold, dark winter mornings. This tea is made from Huang Pian leaves. It will brew mellow, sweet, and smooth with deep mineral notes and petrichor aroma. So it sounds pretty nice. Unfortunately, I only got a hold of a sample. I've actually had it for quite a while. I've just never really dug into it. It was from the same order as basically all the other samples of Crimson Lotus you've seen me do. I just have laid off Shou a bit, but here's what the sample looks like. It obviously came off of a pretty densely packed brick. Very incredibly dark compared to a lot of the other Shou I've had lately. But I'm going to break off a fair amount of this real quick, maybe about 6 or 7 grams, and then we'll get that going. Alright, so I got a fair amount broken off into the gaiwan. We're going to go in for that wash at boiling. And I'll probably just do just enough water to cover it. And I think what I'll do is let that go for a few seconds, maybe like 10-15 seconds, and because that cake is pretty densely packed. Yeah, I don't know how long that was. We'll just go that long. I want to drink it. They said this one's a lighter Shou, so I'm expecting a pretty light color on it. But let's get a quick wet smell on it. Smells like a Shou. Nothing crazy. Smells a little sweet. Smells mostly like soil. It's what I would expect. Not a bad thing, not a good thing. It's just is what it is. Already has a pretty nice color to it. Quite light. And we'll go straight in with that first steep. Alright, and once again, that was at boiling, and we'll let that go for, I don't know, 15 seconds? Alright. It's finally been cold out, so I could feel like Shou, it's a good time to drink Shou, you know? Normally it's real hot where I live, so not always a, frankly, hot tea isn't always the nicest thing, but I power through. But lately it's been in the 60s finally. You know, we're getting to November. It's getting a little chilly, so it's nice to have some Shou. But looking at the liquid color, nice, beautiful deep amber color. In the cup, it's quite dark. Let's see how this smells. Still smells about the same. A little bit of sweetness to it. Mostly smells like soil, maybe a bit of woodiness. Definitely smells quite nice, though. Alright, let me taste this first steep. It is quite light. It's nice, though. A little bit of sweetness. There is a little bit of that stone vibe going on in it, too. I was kind of sitting here just smelling it for a minute, and there's definitely a bit of a wet stone undertone to the whole thing on top of the scent of soil and woodiness and light sweetness to it. The taste has all that as well. Definitely predominantly that soil and woodiness, but there is the overarching, what do they call it, petrichor, the wet stone taste going on too. But definitely quite light for shows I'm used to, especially coming from Crimson Lotus. But I'm going to do a second steep to see if anything develops or changes, especially as this tea opens up more, because it's still a little bit compressed. So I will be back with that. All right, looking at the second steep here, it's quite a bit darker. So definitely a good call for me to try that second steep for this to open up a bit more. Smell is still the same. Yeah, absolutely no change there. So let's give this a try. Very thick. Very full-bodied. Absolutely no bitterness, no astringency. I did this second steep for the same amount of time as first and same temp, so about 15 seconds and boiling. Quite a bit more minerality coming out now. Very full in body. Definitely coats the mouth, but leaves very quickly, and then leaves a remaining, I don't know, like flavor just kind of lingering in the background, a remaining aftertaste, if you will. Cooling of the mouth. Yeah, that minerality is definitely taking more of a, I'd say more of a front note than it did for that first steep. Still a good amount of woodiness, still definitely very reminiscent of soil, of fall, of foliage, you know, forest floor detritus, that kind of vibe. But that minerality is definitely more in the forefront now, and it's very much more balanced now. Still quite light in flavor for a lot of the Shou pu'ers I'm used to. Absolutely no bitterness or astringency. A little bit mouth drying towards the end. Quite mouth watering, and it starts quite mouth watering and then becomes mouth drying. Very easy to drink. Very mild. No funk. No taste of wet pile. No odd age taste. It's very clean tasting. No off flavors or anything. Very nice, very solid. I think for the original price of what it was for a full brick of $40 is definitely well worth it, I would say. Unfortunately, it's out now. Maybe they'll bring Ironforge back. Obviously, it won't be 2014 anymore. This is a solid, 2014 I'd say is like a barely starting to get some age on it. It's like maybe a light to mid-age tea at this point. And it's definitely good. It's solid, especially for that price. Hopefully it comes back. I actually thoroughly enjoy this. Very different than the shows I usually enjoy. I think typically my favorites are ones that lean on the sweeter side, more sugary, molassesy kind of vibe to them. But this one's nice, I think I like it a lot. I would definitely recommend giving it a shot if you ever get a chance to, if you see it somewhere, if you can get a hold of it. I think that's all I have on this one. So leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you.